Imagine walking through a dense forest where every sound makes you stop in your tracks. The birds suddenly go silent. The wind barely moves the leaves. Then, without warning, something is watching you. Across the planet, humans often consider themselves the ultimate predator. We've built cities, invented advanced technology, and reached the moon. But in some of Earth's most remote places, there are animals that couldn't care less about our achievements. To them, we're simply another creature that has wandered into their territory. Most wild animals avoid humans whenever possible. They don't actively hunt us because we're not their preferred food source. However, under the right circumstances, when food becomes scarce, when an animal is injured, protecting its territory, or has learned that humans are easy prey, the outcome can become deadly. Today, we're counting down 6 of the world's most powerful apex predators that have been responsible for hunting humans. These aren't ordinary animals. They sit at the very top of the food chain, with almost no natural enemies of their own. Some stalk silently through forests, others wait patiently beneath the water's surface, and one can launch an attack before its victim even realizes danger is nearby. Let's begin. The Bengal tiger is one of the largest and most powerful big cats on Earth. Adult males can weigh more than 250 kilograms and stretch over 3 meters from nose to tail. Despite their enormous size, they move with astonishing silence. Native to India, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Bhutan, these predators rely on camouflage rather than speed. Their orange and black striped coats blend perfectly with tall grasses and dense jungle vegetation, allowing them to approach prey undetected. Unlike lions, Bengal tigers hunt alone. They patiently stalk their target before launching an explosive ambush. In just a few seconds, they can accelerate with incredible force, using powerful forelimbs to knock prey off balance before delivering a fatal bite to the neck. Humans are not their natural prey. Deer, wild boar, and buffalo make up most of their diet. However, history has shown that some tigers can become habitual man-eaters. One of the most infamous examples was the Champawat tiger, which terrorized villages in India and Nepal during the early 1900s. It was blamed for more than 400 human deaths before finally being tracked down. Even today, the Sundarbans, the world's largest mangrove forest shared by India and Bangladesh, remains one of the few places where tiger attacks still occur with alarming frequency. Fishermen and honey collectors entering the forest understand the risk every time they step ashore. Experts believe many of these attacks happen because rising sea levels, habitat loss, and declining prey populations force tigers into closer contact with people. The frightening part isn't the tiger's strength, it's that you may never know it's there. A Bengal tiger can remain completely hidden until it's only a few meters away. By the time you hear movement behind you, the attack may have already begun. Number 5. The African lion. Known as the king of beasts, the African lion has ruled the grasslands of Africa for thousands of years. Unlike tigers, lions are highly social animals, living together in prides that can consist of more than 20 individuals. This teamwork makes them some of the most efficient hunters on Earth. While lionesses usually do most of the hunting, every member of the pride plays an important role. Under the cover of darkness, they silently surround their prey, cutting off every possible escape route before launching a coordinated attack. Their preferred targets are zebras, wildebeests, buffalo, and antelope. However, history has proven that lions are fully capable of viewing humans as prey. One of the most chilling examples occurred in 1898 during the construction of the Kenya-Uganda Railway. 2 male lions, later known as the Tsavo man-eaters, repeatedly entered workers' camps at night, dragging sleeping men from their tents. For months, fear spread across the construction site as dozens of workers disappeared. Even today, lions are responsible for hundreds of attacks across Africa every year, particularly in rural communities where people live close to wildlife reserves. A lion's greatest weapon isn't just its powerful jaws or razor-sharp claws, it's patience. They can remain perfectly still for hours, waiting for the perfect opportunity. By the time their victim realizes danger is near, the chase has already begun. With bursts of speed reaching nearly 80 kilometers per hour, Escaping a charging lion on foot is almost impossible. Number 4. Great white shark. Beneath the ocean's surface swims one of nature's most perfectly engineered predators, the great white shark. Growing over 6 meters long and weighing more than 2,000 kilograms, these sharks dominate coastal waters across the globe. Unlike many marine predators, great whites rely on stealth rather than constant pursuit. Using an extraordinary combination of smell, hearing, and the ability to detect tiny electrical signals produced by living creatures, they can locate prey from remarkable distances. Their hunting strategy is devastatingly effective. They approach silently from below, where visibility is poor, before exploding upward with incredible force. In many cases, the impact alone is enough to disable their victim. Although humans are not considered a natural food source, great whites occasionally mistake surfers or swimmers for seals, especially in murky water where visibility is limited. This is why many shark experts describe attacks as investigative bites. Unfortunately, when an animal weighing over 2 tons investigates something using hundreds of serrated teeth, the consequences can be catastrophic. Despite their fearsome reputation, fatal shark attacks remain extremely rare compared to many other dangerous animals. Still, when you're floating alone in deep water, knowing a great white could be silently circling beneath you is enough to send chills down anyone's spine. Number 3. Saltwater crocodile. If there is one predator that has changed very little since the age of dinosaurs, it's the saltwater crocodile. These prehistoric reptiles have survived for more than 200 million years, becoming one of the most successful ambush predators ever to exist. Large males can exceed 6 meters in length and weigh over 1,000 kilograms. But what truly makes them terrifying isn't their size, it's their patience. A saltwater crocodile can remain almost completely submerged for hours, exposing nothing but its eyes and nostrils above the water. To an unsuspecting person, the river appears calm. Then, in less than a second, the water explodes. Using one of the strongest bite forces ever measured in the animal kingdom, the crocodile clamps onto its victim before dragging them beneath the surface. What follows is known as the death roll, a violent spinning motion designed to tear flesh apart and drown struggling prey. Across northern Australia, Southeast Asia, and Papua New Guinea, crocodile attacks still occur every year. Many victims are fishermen, swimmers, or people collecting water from rivers, completely unaware that a predator has been watching them for hours. Unlike many predators that chase their prey, crocodiles allow the prey to come to them. That single difference makes them one of the deadliest hunters on Earth. Number 2. Polar bear. In the frozen wilderness of the Arctic lives the world's largest land carnivore, the polar bear. Standing over 3 meters tall on its hind legs and weighing as much as 800 kilograms, this giant survives in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Food is scarce, every meal matters. Polar bears primarily hunt seals, using the sea ice as a platform to ambush them as they surface to breathe. But as climate change continues shrinking the Arctic ice, these bears are being forced to travel farther in search of food. And when hunger becomes desperate, humans can become an alternative target. Unlike many bears that attack defensively, hungry polar bears have been known to stalk people over long distances. Wildlife researchers describe them as one of the few animals that may deliberately hunt humans for food. Their thick white fur provides perfect camouflage against snow and ice, allowing them to approach almost unnoticed. Despite their enormous size, they can run surprisingly fast over short distances and possess an extraordinary sense of smell, capable of detecting prey from several kilometers away. Meeting a polar bear in the wild is not simply dangerous, it can quickly become a fight for survival. Number 1. Komodo dragon. Taking the number 1 spot is the Komodo dragon, the largest living lizard on Earth. Found only on a handful of Indonesian islands, these ancient reptiles can grow over 3 meters long and weigh more than 90 kilograms. At first glance, they may seem slow. That assumption has proven fatal for many animals. Komodo dragons are explosive ambush predators capable of short bursts of surprising speed. They attack using powerful jaws lined with sharp, serrated teeth designed to tear through flesh. Their saliva contains a complex mix of harmful bacteria and venom-like proteins that contribute to blood loss, shock, and a rapid weakening of their prey. Even if the initial attack doesn't prove fatal, the victim often becomes too weak to escape. Komodo dragons have been documented attacking deer, wild pigs, water buffalo, and on rare occasions, humans. Several incidents involving tourists and local villagers have demonstrated just how dangerous these reptiles can be when people venture too close. What makes them especially frightening is their persistence. Once they identify vulnerable prey, they can patiently follow it until the perfect opportunity arises. They are living reminders of a prehistoric world that still exists today. These 6 predators remind us that despite all of humanity's technological advances, nature still holds incredible power. From silent forests and scorching savannas to frozen Arctic landscapes and the deepest oceans, these apex hunters have evolved over millions of years into masters of survival. While attacks on humans remain rare, they serve as powerful reminders that wild animals deserve both our respect and our caution. The next time you explore the natural world, remember this: you're not always the hunter. Sometimes, you're the one being watched. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more fascinating wildlife stories, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next adventure into the world's most dangerous creatures. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.